Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the intimidating TBR tag. I've seen this tag going around. I have no idea if I've been tagged in it, but I wanted to do it. I really like the questions. The original video is now private, so I won't be able to link to it, but I will have all of the questions listed down in the description box. And I have them written down here, so if I'm looking down, that's why. So let's just get right into it. The first question is, what book have you been unable to finish? And recently, the book that comes to mind is You by Caroline Kepnes. This is a thriller from the point of view of a stalker, a male stalker. And I started reading it, and it was very captivating because she nails this point of view. And I think that's why I won't be able to continue reading it. It's just too real and too creepy. It's just, she really has nailed this whole idea of a male who really does believe that he's doing nothing wrong, even though he's breaking into this woman's house and stalking her and observing her and breaking into her emails and all of this, and to hear him justify it and explain it away in his mind is just so frightening that I don't think I'll be able to continue it. But I don't think it's a bad book. I think it's a very unique point of view. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to read it. The second question is, what book have you yet to read because you haven't had the time? And for me, this is Don Quixote by Miguel Cervantes. I just know that I'm going to want to take my time with this book, and I just haven't had the time to really pick it up. I think the edition that I was looking at is 900 and something pages, which is doable, but it's going to take me a while, and I just haven't had the I don't know, that push to start it, but I definitely do want to read it sometime next year. Number 3 is, what book have you yet to read because it's a sequel? For me, this is Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. I read the first book in the series and really enjoyed it. However, it was very complex. There were a lot of characters to keep in mind, and this is a very big world, so I had to really focus on the story to not get lost. And so that's why I haven't picked up the second book, because I know that there's going to be just as many characters, just as many different plots to really keep in order, and I just haven't been able to really dedicate fully to a book that big. I think Mad Ship is over 700 pages or so, so I know that for me to pick up that book, I would have to just focus on that book until I finished and then get on to other books, and I just haven't really felt the need to do that because I want to get to too many books. So that's probably going to be my answer for that one, but I do want to get to it eventually. Question number 4 is, what book have you yet to read because it's brand new? For me, this is The Good People by Hannah Kent. Actually, it hasn't been released in any bookstores near me. I loved her first novel, Burial Rites, so much that as soon as I found out that she was publishing another book, I was ecstatic. I added it to my pre-order and everything, and I normally don't pre-order books, but with her, I definitely want to read this one. But it hasn't been released yet, at least that I know of. It was supposed to be released in October, but I think it's in the UK, so it's probably going to be a while before it's in the States, but once it gets here, I'm going to get it. Number 5 is, what book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and didn't enjoy it? For me, this is going to be any book by Neil Gaiman. I read American Gods by him, and I did not enjoy that book. I know that there's going to be a TV series done on it, and I think I might check that out just because I really think that the book is going to be a good TV show or movie, but I just did not like it as a book. I can't tell you right now exactly why. I just know that I did not have a good experience reading it, and I think I only gave it 2 stars, and because of that, I haven't picked up any other book by Neil Gaiman, even though I've had a couple of his books on my radar, like Coraline and The Graveyard Book. Those have had tons of great reviews, but I just haven't taken the plunge, and it's because I did not enjoy American Gods, which I know is an unpopular opinion, but it just didn't work for me. So I need something, maybe a buddy read or something like that, that would push me to try to read another book by Neil Gaiman, but that's my answer for that one. Number 6, what book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? For me, this is The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. I started reading this book, and it's not a bad book. I just think it's a book that I definitely have to be in the mood for. I put it down months and months ago, and I've been wanting to get back to it because it is on my shelves, and I didn't want to unhaul it because I did enjoy the writing style. I just there's just something about that story and those characters that in my mind I just have this feeling that I have to be in the mood for it, and I just haven't been. So probably that one. Number 7 is what book have you yet to read because it's humongous? For me, this is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. It's, I think, 1,230 something pages was the Penguin edition that I was looking at, and it is massive. However, I love the whole story. I love the musical, and I love the movie. I just know that I'm going to like the story. It's just so intimidating to see so many pages that you have to read, and I have a feeling that Victor Hugo is somebody that takes his time. I've never read anything by him, but I definitely want to get to that book sometime in the next decade. Number 8 is what book have you yet to read because it was a cover buy and you later found out that it had bad reviews? I don't have an answer for this because it's very, very rare for me to do a cover buy anymore. The closest that I get to is picking out a book at the library that I've never heard of, which I haven't done in a really long time, just because there's so many books that I want to get to that it's very rare for me to just not know what I want to read. So I don't really have an answer for this. And I think if I really looked back like 10 years ago when I used to just go to the bookstore and buy books, I'd be able to find something, but it's been so long, like I said, that I really can't think of one. Number 9 is what is the most intimidating book on your TBR? For me, this is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. I started reading this months ago, and I had to put it down because it was so, it was just such a different world that I knew that I really had to focus on it, and at the time I was reading other things, so I put it down. But this book is not just intimidating because of the style and the plot and how it's written, but also because it's by Ursula K. Le Guin, who is a goddess in the scientific fiction community, and I don't know, I really don't want to hate it. I want to get it just like everybody else does, so I think that keeps me from wanting to read it, just because it's gonna be not really the easiest read. I'm sure it's going to be rewarding, but I'm nervous that it won't be. So I just have let it sit on my shelves, but I definitely want to get to it eventually. And the last question is, who do you tag? I'm not going to tag anybody because this tag has been around for a really long time, and I think everybody that I'm subscribed to has done it or a variation of it, so I'm not going to tag anybody, but feel free to consider yourselves tagged if you're watching this video and you haven't done this tag yet. I'd love to watch. If you want to just link your video down in the comments, then I'll check it out. But that's pretty much it for me for the intimidating TBR tag. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.